Know that you are good enough. Please don't give up when things get tough. I know, I know, I know, I know. Won't you please stay here? Know that you are good enough.
Hi, my name is Grace Gigi, and I used to be insecure, but not anymore. Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Grace Gigi. I'm a Lagos-based content creator, women's wear seamstress, and now a YouTuber. Be sure to click that subscribe button, click the bell so you get notified every single time I put up a video. Today I'm going to be talking about insecurities, self-confidence, self-esteem. This video is basically going to be about me sharing my experiences, what I did to overcome these insecurities. It might just help someone. So insecurities can be defined as lack of confidence. In reality, as humans, as people, we all deal with our own fair share of insecurities. I know I've dealt with my own fair share of insecurities while growing up, and I also want you to know that you are not alone. Everybody deals with insecurities at some point in their lives, and it's just what it is. How do I even start? Let me start when I was growing up. Early years of my life, I fell ill and I had to have surgery. And it was a major surgery. I have a scar that runs from here down to my belly. And as a child, I mean, it meant nothing. Like, I had a scar. I didn't think much about it until primary school. Our uniform then was a sleeveless pinafore that had V-neck. People would, look at me and be like, what's that? Why do you have that on your chest? So I became very aware of the fact that I had a scar, and the way people would stare like, what's that on your chest? Why do you have that on your chest? And at first, to me, it was nothing, but over time, when people kept, looking, staring and asking, oh, what's that? It just stuck in my head and it became a big deal, So I started wearing white t-shirts in my school uniform. I don't even know if it was allowed or if it was part of the uniform. Okay, eventually it became part of the uniform, my school. People started wearing white innerwear, but at the time it was just a sleeveless pinafore. So I started wearing a white t-shirt in my pinafore because I was now very conscious of the fact that I had a scar and I didn't want anybody asking me why. And because of that, dressing up in front of people was a no-no. I was so conscious of my body. I didn't want anybody to see it. And I was very young. Imagine you being a child and you're already aware of something you don't want other people to see. I think it's kind of messed up because I was just supposed to be living life, not having to deal with that. So that's the first insecurity I started dealing with, the fact that I had a scar. It just made me feel like, okay, there's something about me that I don't want to have to explain to people. I became so conscious and so aware of myself and my body. Done with primary school, moving on to secondary school, where, of course, you're at the age 11, 12, 13, and puberty hits. I started developing breasts, and I was in boarding school off and on. You know how you would wake up and communal community bathroom, everybody is trying to take a shower at the same time to make class, and I was one of those girls who started developing breasts. Will I say early? Thinking about it now is just hilarious. You're having your bath and maybe you're one of those people who have started developing, and someone will now turn and say, you have breasts. Oh my God. The first time it happened to me, I wanted to pass out. It's not like they were big. They were just, when you're forming, just wanted to crawl and hide in myself, like, And yes, there were other girls who had started developing at that time, but my mind didn't even go to the fact that, oh, I was not alone and there were other people. I just felt like, why me? And people start taunting you. And the crazy thing is, the perception around developing at a certain age, you start hearing the most ridiculous things ever. Oh, for you to be growing breast at this age, it means da 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 da. Stupid things that I don't know where children pick up. Imagine like in just 2, someone looking at me and saying, you're already growing breast because, and me, I'm like, because what? I'm clueless. I don't know what you're saying. It was horrible. So I used to wake up way earlier, take a shower, and not be around people so much. Going out was a no-no. If I'm walking, my head is down. I wanted to be invincible. When you're walking and you're hunching like you're forming, you're just holding your hands like this because you don't want anybody looking at you. Maybe when I have to run errands, buy something, and I'm passing where small group of people, especially boys, are. There was a time I came home for a holiday and my immediate elder sister, very mischievous girl, oh, I bought you something. I can never forget a red and white Mickey Mouse bra. I wanted to kill her because if you know my sister, she was all smiles like, yay, you're a big girl, you're growing breast, take, I bought you bra. Making such a big deal about it. And me, I just wanted to pass out. Like, I literally just wanted to pass out. I'm like, what is this girl on about? Anyway, the bra was cute, red and white, Mickey Mouse. I took it. When I want to wear that bra, I will hide in the toilet, in the bathroom, lock myself, wait. But my sister was, God, she would see me, she was like, are you wearing the bra I bought you? Wear the bra. This child, this girl, leave me alone. It was a crazy period. It made me recline. It made me withdraw. I didn't want to be seen. And that kind of like affected my mindset in a way. So that's another phase I had to deal with, the fact that I was developing breast. I mean, why would anyone be shy? It's natural, right? Another one, I wear glasses. And in secondary school, as a child, your parents will get you big glasses that have rope. Maybe they feel the bigger, the better, so you won't lose them, or I don't even know. Those silly boys in secondary school, my junior class, they started calling me Bora. And then in secondary school, when you get teased there, even though you don't know what it is, it might not even mean anything, but for the fact that they are teasing you, it's a bad thing. So sometimes I won't wear my glasses to my own detriment because I cannot see. My eyes are bad. And I'll be struggling, my eyes will be watching. And in my mind, I'll be like, but I need my glasses to see. The minute I walk into class, you just hear someone, Bora. And, oh God. See, all the boys that were in my sets, if I catch all of you, it was just crazy. And as a child, you don't really know how to deal with these things. That's added to it. So that's another thing that I had to deal with. And these things, they kind of like affect your self-esteem. It kind of like affects your self-confidence in a way. It was just crazy. Let me tell you how this affected me generally. Because I was dealing with so much, I was conscious of my body. I was being teased and taunted by these kids. I just hated being in public spaces, in public places. I hated being in crowds. Like, we'll be in the dormitory and I won't participate in things. I just felt out of place. And then talking about friendships, so I've never been that person to have a lot of friends. I have very few. My circle is very small. And I've come to understand that, one, that's just the kind of person that I am. But when I was younger, when I was in secondary school, I had very few friends that we used to stay in the same area. And at a point, it started feeling like competition between me and another friend for a particular friend. And because I've never really kept friends, so many friends for a long period of time, I started questioning myself. I was like, is it that I'm not cool enough, or I don't know, self-doubt, like when it's time for dining or class, people would pair up and go together and I'll be alone. I mean, I was used to it. And then the group of friends that I had, I realized that they started moving together and I was just alone. So I started thinking like, I mean, I'm not good enough, I'm not cool enough, I'm not fine enough. It was crazy. So I became more withdrawn and I used to question myself a lot. So you would always find me walking alone to class or to prep, or Then after a while, I started forming friendships, one or two here that would just maybe bond, but it had already eaten deep, Just crazy the way things happen. The last one I would talk about or address is, I don't know if I should call it speech or pronunciation. I realized quite early that I couldn't say some words. I couldn't pronounce them. I have to really take my time. So words like dyslexia, it took me, if I tell you how long it took me to learn how to say that word. In my head, I can say them. I know what they are. I know what they mean. But pronouncing them used to take a lot of work and effort. Some words that I can't say at once, I have to be very careful when I'm saying them. If not, they will come out wrongly. So I noticed this was going on, and I know I've only talked to one person about it. What this did was, it made me very conscious. When I'm speaking in public, if I'm to use one of those words that I know that I might mumble, I might fumble, I would pick like a word that's close to it and use that. So I used to really, really simplify things, which is not a bad thing. I mean, all this grammar, but it made me very conscious and it made me very worried at some point in time. I was very aware of it. I couldn't use some words. So in public speaking, or when I'm talking to someone, I would really, really, I won't say dumb myself down, but I would, to me, it felt like, let me not even talk at all. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, so let me just go into how I dealt with my insecurities and how I was able to live through them, move on, and become a happier and better person. So the first thing I did was became very aware of these things that made me feel like I wasn't good enough, these things that made me feel small. I made a list of all these things. I became very aware of them and I started to change my perception. I started to change my views. This thing is not going to make me feel some type of way. Instead of seeing it in the negative sense, I started changing my mind, like, if I have a scar, so what? This scar serves as a reminder of my gift of life, because it was a really major surgery. So instead of being so aware of it, even now people still ask me, I'll say, I'll just laugh and say, me and my elder sister, we fought. She used bottle to stab. I know that's really crazy, but that's why I just say, so it serves as my reminder that this is my second chance at living. Like, God has been faithful, He's been good. I'm not shy anymore. When people see it and they ask me, I'm like, oh, I had surgery. And if I like, I tell you what it was about. If I don't like, you cannot beat me. But I stopped feeling small, growing breast. Yes, some days I still say, I wish I wasn't as top heavy, but what can I do? Can I throw it away? No. Now people are going under the knife, but even bigger. Who am I to complain? And I mean, it gives clothes better fit, So I started letting go of things that I have no control over. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I started approving of myself. My self-love increased, my self-approval increased. I started proclaiming self-affirmations, and I still do it till now, because when you start telling yourself something, you tend to start believing it, and you tend to start working and walking in that line, in that path, if that makes any sense. So I started telling myself, Grace, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're intelligent. It might seem cliche, but it helps me, and it helps. I'm telling you the truth. I started appreciating myself more, and I started appreciating the fact that I'm even here, as a person. I know it's easier said than done, and it's a process, it's a phase, and it did take me a lot to get to this point where I'm strong and I'm like, nope, I'm not allowing this shake me. But it's then when it came to speech, I started being very deliberate about it. I would have conversations and I'll tell people, see this word, can you say it for me? For me asking you to say it, you've said it, I've learned it, it's for my own gain. So if you want to laugh at me, that's your business. You're not taking away from me. You've helped me, you've taught me. Laugh and be going. Me, I've learned what I want to learn. So I just started picking all the positives instead of all the negatives in situations. And it's really, really helped me. Then I also started rewarding myself for how far I've come, my achievements, for every milestone. I started rewarding myself. Still a journey, it's an ongoing process, but one thing I know is I will not be caught dead feeling some type of way because of certain things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps someone out there. You can leave a comment sharing your experience if you want. It would be really nice to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.